Sony has been involved in digital photography for a long time. Ever since their first digital cameras, the Mavica FD series, which used floppy disks for storage. When Sony launched the DSC-P20 in 2001, it was one of the best budget digital camera offerings available. It had a fixed-focused 1.3 megapixel CCD sensor capable of capturing images up to 1216 by 912 in resolution. Additionally, it could record MPEG video at 240p resolution. More on that later. And finally, this camera dumped the Mavica-era floppy disk storage in favor of Sony's proprietary flash memory standard, the infamous memory stick. This standard would continue to plague Sony customers for over a decade onwards, but this is one of the first products to introduce it. Today I'm going to show you my DSC-P20 and some of the things you can do with one of them. Before we turn this bad boy on, we have to make sure that it's ready to go. This camera is unlike most modern digital cameras, in that it's designed to run off of two standard AA batteries. I've already got them installed in this compartment on the side that I've taped shut. Additionally, make sure you have a memory stick installed, because there is no internal storage. My memory stick is a 32 megabyte memory stick, but this model can hold cards up to 128 megabytes. I really like this thing's startup chime. This camera has two still shooting modes, normal and low light mode. Additionally, it has a standard xenon flash module and a macro mode for taking close-ups. It also has timer functionality so you can take great selfies without worrying much about motion blur. But before you do that, you need to make sure your battery is full, otherwise it'll die in the middle of your selfie. Now let's talk about the DSC-P20's video mode. Technically, it does shoot MPEG video, but just barely. The maximum video resolution that this camera puts out is 240p, which isn't terrible in its own right, considering when this thing came out, but it gets worse. It only records at a combined bitrate of 180 kilobits per second, with the audio track taking up 32K of bandwidth, which leaves little room for good visuals. Additionally, this camera doesn't record sound at all. The video mode on this camera is, unfortunately, little more than a novelty because of these drawbacks. But then again, so is this entire camera. So now I'm going to stop ragging on its video quality, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I captured with this camera. Here are some still photos that I've taken on my DSC-P20, and as you can see, they aren't the highest quality, but this is a fun camera to go out and take pictures of things and have them pop out in a retro fashion. It really gives things a retro 90s look that looks really cool. Here are some videos that I recorded while I was using this camera. The first thing that you'll notice is that the low light sensitivity leaves a lot to be desired, and the frame rates are very low. This is understandable considering when this camera came out, but it makes it very impractical for anything other than novelty use. It does give it the added effect of looking like a 2006 YouTube video mashed up with an old Hi8 VHS recording. Again, it's more of a cool novelty than anything. So now that we've gone through most of the features of this camera, and I've shown you some of the things that I've recorded on it, we're getting to the big question of this video. What is this camera? Is it something that you should buy to use as a daily photography device? No, not at all. Really what this device is, it's a piece of history. This device came before high-quality digital cameras were widespread, before everyone had a 13 megapixel camera on their cell phone, even if it only cost $20. It represents a stepping stone in technology. Cameras like these brought us to where we are now, and it was that continuous desire to develop and create better hardware. That's what brought us to where we are now. Looking back on it, it's a horrible camera by modern standards. No one in their right mind would buy this if it were marketed at retail today, except as maybe a toy. We're not judging it by modern standards. That's ridiculous. If you're looking for a camera for everyday use that takes high quality photos, this is not the camera. Just use your cell phone. But if you want something that's cool, unique, and is a piece of history, I absolutely recommend getting one of these. They're very interesting little devices, and they're small time capsules. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below. If you didn't, well, you know where the button for that is. Additionally, if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button down below and click the notification bell for all notifications. And finally, feedback is always appreciated. Just leave it down in the comments and we'll try to address it. Thank you for watching Dead Tech. Have a wonderful day.